Might have a little later than I meant to, but I think it's still okay. We'll still have a decently longer stream tonight. So yesterday we found our flame. Mr. Clive can now limit break. And we're heading to Oriflame. At least I think that's the play, or like the plan for today, just generally with our story. What quests we need to work on. Or at least working toward getting there, because we have to meet with someone called the Dame, I believe. But Gav will tell us about that. Before we do anything, though, I have a bunch of side quests, and I want to take a look more at the Alliant Reports guy, because he'll probably tell us, hey, go here, do this real quick. Kind of stuff. So let's talk with this person first. We'll ignore Gav for now.
He's never this late.
The Outpostmaster.
Where are you, Randall?
Is everything all right?
Forgive me, young man. I was in a world of my own. I'm worried about my friend, you see. He left some time ago and hasn't returned. And you know what it's like out there for a bearer on his own.
Why leave the safety of the hideaway?
For coin. Sad though it is, our need outweighs the risk. The hideaway can't survive on goodwill alone. And though Karen does what she can, her coffers aren't bottomless. Wait, you were a soldier, were you not? In the Imperial Army?
I was.
Then I ask a favour of you. I'm too old to be traipsing hither and yon. Will you go and find him for me?
Sure. I'll do what I can.
I'll do what I can.
Oh, thank you.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Randall, and I suspect you'll find him in Lost Wing. He's
Okay, we gotta go to Lost Wing then.
working for Quinton, the tavern keeper. He'll know something, I'm sure.
I'll speak to him.
Safe travels, my friend. And thank you again.
Alright, cool. We'll add that to a priority. And then we got someone up here in the bunks. Red Letter Day.
What happened?
I'm curious exactly
No. No.
how many of these side quests are going to appear at that report table. Oh, Glenn.
You've lost a letter. Nothing too important, I hope.
Not just a letter. I lost everything. There's a hole in my damn pack, and fool that I am, I didn't bloody notice.
It can't be that
That's
bad,
pretty
surely.
stupid, yeah.
How could it be any worse? I'm a courier. I carry things. If I can't do my job right, then what am I good for? Nothing, that's what. I buggered it right up. That means no herbs for the infirmary, and no fresh meat for our cooking pots. And worst of all, that letter I lost? It was for Sid. A letter he's been waiting on for days.
Maybe if you retrace your steps.
I'd scour Storm from coast to coast if I could, but there are curse breakers in the field, counting on my arrival. No, I'll just have to own up to Otto and Sid. They're gonna skin me alive.
As is won't. We'll be in trouble if I don't.
Fine. Tell me where to look.
Are you serious? Thank you.
It sounds like the hideaway could use those supplies. So, where should I start?
Gotan's bales, perhaps? I took a tumble in the bushes when I was passing through. There's a chance my pack might have caught on something. If you can find everything I dropped, you'll be doing us all a favor. And if you can find Sid's letter, you'll be saving my life.
If it's there, I'll find it.
Wonderful. Now, I have to run if I'm to make my next delivery in time. I trust you can find your way to Gotan's bales. Oh, and hurry, will
Sounds
you?
familiar.
Sid doesn't like to be kept waiting.
He can wait on me.
I'm sure he doesn't.
Add that as well.
Unless it won't last very long out in the elements. I should make for Sambrek as soon as I can.
And let's go in here. We'll finally take a look at this guy. The Lank-Locked Bearer.
Oh, you're the new lad, aren't you?
Yes.
Note at your service. Well, at the Hideaway service, anyway. Otto's put me in charge of reading through the reports sent in by our allies and picking out any problems that might warrant the attention of the Curse Breakers. Or any other willing volunteers. And there's no shortage of problems, I can tell you. Or maybe I don't have to.
You just
I'll warrant
snort.
a strapping lad like you's got people begging him for help wherever you go. Anyway, if you're ever interested in taking a look over the list, just say the word. Reckon you could probably tick off the odd thing here and there. They say little acts of kindness are their own reward. But if that ain't enough, these have got proper bounties on them and all.
Okay, let's view them.
Quick look.
Finding new quests. Use Gaunt's Alien reports to not only find new quests around Valistia, but also travel immediately to the obelisk waypoint nearest their location. Ooh, that's incredibly helpful then. And we have two different spots. We have the Imperial Province of Rosaria, and we have the Holy Empire of Sambrek. So we got two different spots we can go. I don't remember exactly where these were. Oh, it says, okay, the nearby obelisk is Lost Wing. And then this is at Martha's Rest, so we can go back there too. I think we can just take them all, right? Oh, we would be traveling there if we did this. We gotta go to Lost Wing anyway. So maybe we do that.
Seen enough?
Because let me see what I have total. Gauntlets bales for the missing items. And then we have to speak with Quentin in Lost Wing. Yeah, let's go do that first then.
Right.
We could also talk about Gaunt.
Me?
I do what Otto tells me. Suppose you could say I'm his right-hand man. He's a hard master, but not nearly as hard as my old one was. When that man beat me bloody and threw me out onto the streets to die, it was Otto who found me and took me in.
The way I see it.
I owe him, and so I help him look after the ledgers, as well as reading through all the reports coming in from our allies across the Twins. And if it sounds like someone out there needs our help, I make a note so I can point any willing volunteers in that direction.
So, what'd you say?
Are you willing? There's no sure way of turning Otto's frown a little less frowny. I will take advantage of that.
Quick look.
So let's go to Oriflame. I'm sorry. We'll talk about overall later, but welcoming committee we'll do first. I do like this aspect that you could just travel right from the station there. And then there's our side quest, but let's see what our friend here wants. Elaine.
Ah, you're Sid's man, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Couldn't trouble you for some assistance, could I?
That depends. What do you need?
Some new bearers from Oriflame just arrived, and it cost Master Quentin a pretty penny to convince their owner to part with them. Man must have been a bloody tyrant. I can't get a peep out of them, try as I might.
They're probably terrified of you.
You're probably right. Dare say it'd take a bearer like yourself to open them up. So, will you have a word with them? Help them settle in?
I can try.
I can try.
That'll do me. Tell them they're safe, and that if they need anything, they just have to ask.
I'll let them know.
Appreciate it. They're sitting over there, taking a long overdue breather, looks like.
Guess we could talk to them right now. I think it's like you could prioritize 3 side quests at once. But I'm assuming you can take as many... Oh, God. There's a lot of points on the map now. Okay. So we need to speak with Quentin. That's one of our objectives, and then we have to search Oh, okay, no. So this is prioritized as the main thing. The other thing is the missing items for Galtand. So let's talk with you, since you're right here.
So you're the new arrivals. Is there anything I can get you? You're safe here. They don't punish people like us for speaking our minds.
Truly. I'm hungry. My sister too, we're starving.
Wait here. I'll fetch you something from the tavern.
Thank you.
I won't be long. You stay here and rest.
Man, it's actually works out. We gotta go to the tavern anyway. Which is all over there. Maybe we go... Let's actually go out and do this first. Is what I'm thinking. Since it's farther away, then I can just fast travel back to the waypoint here.
It's looking to be a fine harvest this year.
So
we get to look at the grapes again. Actually, don't think I've looked at
Courier
them.
said his pack might have split while he was
normally.
passing through the bales. I better keep my eyes open.
Let's see. We have a sack right here.
Good. Looks like I'm in the right area.
And then another sack. Come on, pick it up. Like parkouring over the thing.
More of the lost supplies.
I was gonna say, like, those waypoints seem really weird on the map for him to be jumping all over the fences and whatnot and somehow losing his supplies.
I doubt he could have fit much more in his pack. Still no sign of Sid's letter, though. I've come this far. Might as well ask around.
There is someone over here. Hello.
A little overdressed to be picking grapes, aren't you? Are you here for Master Quentin?
I'm looking for a letter someone dropped nearby. And I suppose you've seen it.
Can't say I have, sorry.
Well, if you do,
Wait, I did pass a dog with something in its mouth a little while back. Could have been a piece of paper. No idea if it was your letter, but you never know.
Holy grapes.
which way did it go?
Actually, yeah.
Towards Lost Wing? Seemed well looked after to me. Dare say someone there's been feeding it.
To the village, then. Thank you.
Wait a damn minute. So, I don't know, you can't really, like... The grapes that are right next to the quest icon there, just watch those as I, like, turn. So they're right behind him now. These motherfucking grapes are 2D, man, are you kidding me? Oh no! How do they get it worse than FF14, dude? Oh no. Also, hello Infinity, good evening. Here since the start, just lurking. That's fair. No big deal.
I call you.
Lurking just means you're enjoying the stream
Shad's all
quietly.
salted and smoked. It'll be an age before
I'm noticing some things that are kind of scaring me a little bit. It's some problems with like some of the textures, like kind of flashing here and there. Dog. It's a dog.
It seems we have our culprit. Sorry, boy. Someone's waiting for this. He's waited long enough already.
Pet the fucking dog, Clive. That is the least you could do for stealing his meal.
A whole day on the line and they're still not dry.
It's the AI. Yeah, no, it's because of the DSSI. Or DLSS. I'm like, where the hell did the I come from? DLSS just doing a little light fragmenting. The Nintendo DSi. That's true. Oh, missed that. Black blood, right? Just sitting right there. How do I get down? Could be this way.
Sun's setting fast.
Oh, we're here, actually.
They'll all be back.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine.
You got anything funny for us, sir? I don't remember seeing that. I'm gonna be 100% real.
You're always welcome here.
I remember seeing a scroll here. Don't remember it being 40k. Alright, let's talk with...
There'll be none left for me.
That's for the meal. Leave Quentin here. We'll talk with Quentin first.
Ah, if it isn't Sid's young protege. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm looking for a bearer called Randall. I hear he's been coming to you for work. He was expected back at the hideaway some time ago. A friend of his asked me to check on him.
Randall, you say? The porter? Yes, I know him. And I can't say I'm surprised if he has been delayed. I gave him enough to do. Though, thinking about it, he should probably have been back by now.
I'll go and look for him. Where was he headed?
He was to meet an associate of mine to the south of here, on Lorbert's Pass. I do hope nothing's happened to him. Be sure to let me know, Clive.
Okay. And then the silver side.
I'll have 2 plates of whatever you're serving.
Sorry. We've enough mouths of our own to feed without tending to the wants of outsiders.
It's not for me. It's for some new arrivals.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't see the mark. So you're a comrade. Well, in that case, you may have whatever you require. Take all the bread and wine you want.
That's really all it takes. One look at the innkeeper's mark.
Of course it is. I do as Master Quinton commands, as do we all. And Master Quinton commands that none of his favoured guests...
I thought she was
be left
talking about
wanting.
the tattoo.
Don't keep our new comrades waiting. Take what you need and see that they eat their fill.
I keep calling it tattoo. That's not what they actually call it, though. Forget the name of it.
Bread and wine. Hopefully this will be enough.
Bread and wine is perfect for me. That's actually not true. I don't really drink wine. I've never actually had it. So I don't know how, like, good it is. The shop's update as you do things. That makes sense. I'm assuming, is it, like, based on what you do in the town? So, like, these side quests, etc.?
What manner of place is this? Here. Bread and wine from the tavern.
While the loaf is slightly stale and the wine is somewhat watered down, it will serve to fill an empty belly. That's what matters.
May we? Truly?
Okay. The controller... Okay, so I didn't get any controller interaction until they were gulping the wine, which is kind of weird that I'm feeling that.
Such plenty. Never in all my days.
Brother, this place is like a dream.
But the crunch of the bread there That's some good Foley. I think, is it Foley? Yeah, Foley, not Folly.
We sat and
It
no
was
one
beautiful.
shouted. We ate and more was offered.
I can't believe it.
You're free now. And the next time you're hungry, you need only ask to be fed.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
Very nice. That's one quest complete. A little bit of AP we get off that. I wonder if we can get to 1,000. They have a little gill bug on them as well. Might be able to get to 1,000 for,
What happens?
I think we're close to an upgrade on our limit break after we just unlocked it. Now we have Dying on the Vine over here,
The shadows.
which I'm trying. Let's see, I think we could just go this way.
It'll be an age before the stink's gone from my skirt.
You find it interesting on that quest? What in particular? They don't reward you Gil normally, but will give you a thing that will sell for Gil. My guess is because, to me at least, what makes sense is having, like, them be bearers. They don't really have a purpose to maintain Gil, you know? Because they're newly freed from their old masters. Ah! So it's like, it's very interesting they would have something else that they would have found. What'd you do? I didn't hear you. Emil.
I want no trouble. Wait, that's... Oh, glory to Griga. You were the hanged man. I took you for a rogue. If you're a friend of Master Quentin's, then perhaps you'll help me. His vineyard, Lostwing's pride and joy, has been beset by a plague of giant wasps.
And you need...
Just real quick, is it just me or does this guy kind of look like one of the characters from Scooby-Doo?
someone to solve your pest problem.
I can't remember his
I
name.
do indeed. I've never seen him so far from the forest, nor so mean for that matter. I suppose the smell's got 'em worked up. And little wonder. This'll be the finest crop we've ever known if the fiends don't eat it first. I tried chasing them off myself, but they won't flee from the likes of me. And if I don't bring those grapes in for pressing soon, Master Quentin will have my guts for garters. You look like you can handle that blade of yours. Will you put it to use for a comrade in need? Please, rid us of these wasps so I can be about my business.
Alright, I'll see to it.
Alright. I'll see to it.
Oh, thank you. You'll find them over at Gotan's Bales on the edge of town. And hurry, Lostwing needs those grapes.
Dying on the Vine. Alright, cool. Let me also make sure. We've got... Oh. A series of vinification. While some winemakers will remove the skins of grapes after pressing, leaving both skin and seeds in the juice to commingle creates a must that is better suited for extended aging, ultimately resulting in a more refined wine. Then, once the wine calms and settles sufficiently, the skins are removed, and the must is then transferred to a wooden barrel of oak or chestnut, which, by allowing air to leach into the wine, impart deepened levels of complexity, introducing rich aromas and improved texture, all while lessening bitterness. Yeah, I don't really know. Wine is an interesting thing. There's a large variety, it feels like, in that sort of stuff that people like to look into a little. But yeah, I think it makes sense. Like, the idea that,
How did the grocer know he's
especially when you open up the quest for the first time, like there, for instance, when we accepted that quest for Dying on the Vine, it didn't mention anything about a Gil reward. But what I really like is it doesn't tell you about extra rewards that you get. It's kind of a surprise at the end. Like here, take this extra item I have no use for it because the guy who owned it died or whatever. It's an interesting little point they make, I feel like. Because there's some classes that are able to provide a reward like that, and then some that aren't. And that's kind of an indication for who's able to show that.
That must be the vineyard. A few wasps shouldn't give me too much trouble.
Holy shit, there's a ton of them. The Vintner Wasp.
That's enough.
Goodbye.
It's over. Stay down. It's over.
Oh, that was a unique animation.
You're finished. That's enough.
Very nice. You've killed the wasps. A little bit of AP we got off that too, and the money just inherently. Some bloody hide and sharp fangs.
Looks like that was the last of them.
Not bad.
I better let Quentin's man know.
Alright, I think just travel back to the obelisk, make that trip a little easier. I think if I can close the distance as much as possible with the fast travel points, I will. Not really a necessary thing to walk back everywhere. Right, a meal.
Those wasps won't be interfering with your harvest anymore.
Oh, thank you. Master Quentin would have had my head if I'd lost the crop. I'd say you've earned a reward.
Thank you.
Gotan Rouge fetches a handsome price among the rich and powerful of the realm. We use that money to keep our comrades fed and imperial wolves from our door. The vineyards were Master Quentin's idea. He wanted to give bearers a place to work, a place where they'd be safe.
Well, he certainly seems to have done that here. I'm glad I could help.
I'll see that he hears of your kindness. And once this vintage is ripe for drinking, there'll be a glass or two raised in your honor.
Is it just me, or is he really blurry? Like, right there, looked like it tabbed to him for a second, like it was a weird blur on him. Odd. There we go. Another quest. Now this one is down that way. Am I going the right? Okay. Perfecto. Something I was debating doing. I think I'm gonna just do it right now. In terms of audio, I'm gonna turn the voiceovers to 100%. I think it'll work. black blood all the way. Oh, man, who's this? Quentin's comrade.
You all right?
The hanged man. Thank the gods. You're one of us. We were attacked. Beastmen on the road. Randall knew he didn't play the hero, but reckless sod insisted on drawing him off.
Where did this happen?
Further down the road. In the clearing. Please. You have to see that he's safe.
I'll do what I can. You go back to Lost Wing and tell Quentin what happened.
Slay the Beastmen. Oh, it's probably like goblins. Did he say what they were? Yeah.
Goblins. Why am I not surprised? It's over.
Okay, Jill. Chill out. Oh, I should do that way earlier, actually. Okay, I see. I see what's happening here. Oh wow, I got that in time.
Not this time. Too slow.
It's a tough one to dodge all of them, I feel like. That one I just didn't try to dodge.
Good work.
Just trying to finish him there. Wasn't really going for combo points. Or not combo points, but just like trying to get my icon abilities in. He did, though. Well, shit. Rip, brother.
Sorry, Randall. Looks like I was too late. He doesn't deserve to rot by the roadside. I'll speak to Quentin.
Okay. Why do I have a Sambrek thing? Nation occupying the northeastern reaches of the continent of Storm with the great city of Oriflamme as its capital. Sambrek is the realm's largest theocracy and home to the Mother Crystal Drake's Head. Empire is ruled by the Holy Emperor and the one true goddess made flesh according to the Gregorian faith, who is served unquestionably by the sworn knights of the Blessed Dragon, known more commonly as the Dragoons. Okay. Let's head back. Talk with Quentin a little bit.
That'll be enough for today.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad?
What can I interest you in today?
Didn't think anything
Sun's
would
setting
change there.
fast. They'll all be back from the vineyard soon.
Hello, good sir.
Ah, there you are. My man told me what happened. And? I can't help but notice you're alone. Damn it. I feared as much.
He's not far from the South Gate. I trust you'll do right by him.
Of course. I'll send someone right away. I knew he was brave, though I didn't know he was reckless. Poor fool.
And you've known him long?
A while. I liked the fact that he didn't shy away from dangerous work, and he liked what I paid.
Because it helped keep the hideaway afloat.
I'll tell Sid what happened here. I expect he'll be none too pleased to learn of Randall's fate. And I suppose you're none too happy either. For your trouble.
There's another quest complete. No money. Just a little bit of that. So crafting. Wait, 30 were. Ooh, I might be able to craft some stuff eventually. Like outright instead of buying base materials. Because there's a couple things I haven't bought yet because I haven't needed to. But, definitely not opposed to keeping that stuff up as well. So now we just gotta go back to the hideaway, I think. Oh, it does show quests in certain locations as well. It's very handy, actually. So, before we go back to the hideaway... First off, let's talk with the shopkeep one more time.
Can I have another cup, Daddy?
There'll be none left for me.
Let's talk with the shop one more time, see if anything's been added after
Any
that.
friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine.
Not quite. We can just top off our
I trust
high
it's
potion
all
there.
here.
Now, let's go to Martha's Rest. We got one more side quest there, unless more stuff opens up while we're there, but... looking good. That was way louder than I meant for that to be. I'm sorry. I apologize, chat. There we go. That was a really weird bug. I couldn't press or move my controller at all, except for hitting the start key again. And when I hit that, it let me move again.
I hear they were hiding branded that didn't belong to them.
There's one missing.
Thievery. Sounds like
Oh no. What are we missing chickens for?
The tavern.
The
It's
in
done
hand.
for.
Hello.
I've seen your face before. You're a friend of Martha's. Help us, I beg you.
Help you with what?
Bandits in the Golden Stables. They're waving their swords around. I think they're gonna kill someone.
Oh god.
When I saw what was happening, I slipped out the back. I should have stayed, but oh, please help them.
I don't think you staying would have helped them at all. It's good that you came to me. I will help.
All right. I'll see to your problem.
Thank you.
How many were there?
I was out of the door too fast to count. They looked a nasty bunch, though. Be careful in there, all right?
She couldn't give an estimate? At least 3, maybe? We gotta slay the bandits in the Golden Stables. Oh, they're giving us a little instance here.
Ha! Golden Stables, my ass. All Martha's hiding back here is coppers.
Two.
Oh, that's a fine sword, friend. Heavy, though, I expect. What say we relieve you of it? Get him, lads. I want that blade.
Let's get this over with.
It's over.
What the hell was that?
Stay down.
Why'd you say get 'em lads when there's only one of them? Did I just get like RNG? Is that what this quest was? Sometimes there's 15, sometimes there's 2. I'm
I'll be
mostly
keeping
kidding.
my blade, thank you.
There he is! The hero of the Golden Stables!
People will think twice about pushing us around again, thanks to you. We're
Don't they
lucky
have
you were
guards
nearby.
outside too?
No good
At least a
cowards
few.
wouldn't have dared set foot in the place if I'd been here, of course.
But you weren't. I thought you told me you had someone watching the place.
The Blood Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah. When they're not busy keeping the peace, that is. I've spread them as thin as they'll go. The Empire might be in charge, but that don't mean they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and me, merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen to them.
I see. Then you do Rosaria a great service.
There we go.
Just as you did today. You're a useful man to have around. Here.
And there'll be a mug of something tasty waiting for you whenever you next stop by.
Right,
Ooh.
we've got work to do for to make this place presentable. You best be going, before I arm you with a mop.
I already mopped the floor with these guys, so I think it's fine. Also, I think it's funny, they gave us a reward and store credit. Wonder if they actually are serious, like you can get food here. Or if that's just flavor. There's Martha right there.
Them ne'er-do-wells were no match for you, eh?
Oh, we can at least get lore. Ask about Martha.
Well,
I'm the landlady of this place, as I'm sure you've guessed by now. Same as the old mum before me, and the most glamorous life, but it has its perks. For one, whatever I say goes, up to a point anyway. If I started telling people to treat their bearers better, the lads from the Legion would have me dangling from the rafters. So my other work, I keep quiet. Only ones in the know are them that are in up their necks, Sid, the Blood Axes, the Abbey lot.
and you, of course.
So don't you go letting the coral out of the bag, eh? Oh god, we haven't seen coral yet, I just realized that.
Lively enough, innit?
All of us crammed up here on the rock. It was even busier when I was young, and you'll have come past the aqueduct on your way up, back then when they were putting up, all the builders stayed there. Place was packed as a barrel of Gisal greens.
But then the Imperials came.
Everything changed when the Imperials attacked, and the work was called off, all them poor lads out of a job. Now, what's a gang of strapping stonemasons do when no one's building nothing? Why, offer their muscle out of the highest bidder, of course, and that's how the Blood Axes came to be. The rest may not be as busy as it once was, but at least we're all safe up here thanks to them. And then Eastpool. I don't know how the bastards who did that can live with themselves. The people of Eastpool were the kindest folk you could ever hope to meet. They just kept themselves to themselves. Never did no one no harm.
But the Imperials couldn't have that, could they?
No, they just had to go storming in and burning the whole place down. And all because they had the gall to keep the memory of the old duchy alive when that heartless cow Annabella wants everyone to forget it. But I won't forget it. I'll never forgive. Until she burns this place down. But we're gonna prevent that first. We talk to her.
I won't lie. I thought we were done for until you arrived. Bearers do have their uses, eh?
Wait, that's not the only... You were the one we talked with.
Most people wouldn't trust a bearer, but Martha, oh, she knows how to pick her friends.
Okay, yeah.
Good point to watch a show like that.
Mission accomplished, good friends. Yeah, I'll be
There
sure.
he is, the man of the hour. You're the one who saw off the bandits, aren't you? Martha was singing your praises. Takes a brave man to march into danger out of the goodness of his heart. You have my respect.
A Rosarian salute.
Oh, what is it they say? Old habits die hard. I trust you won't be reporting me to the Viceroy. If we'd had a few more like you about, perhaps the Rosfields might still... Listen to me rambling on. Thank you again, and, take care of yourself.
That was interesting. I guess I should keep an eye out if I'm doing stuff like that. Like I complete a quest and then someone says something about the completion there. Oh wait. The shop has a little icon on it. Let's talk about it.
How do?
Oh, damn. Okay, we got a bunch of... Oh. Okay, I see. We got some good orchestration rolls now. Find the flame, press on, Winter's Bound, and where it all began. Very fun.
Take care out there, eh?
Alright. I think we can go home now. I don't think there's any other side quests, at least available. No, not that I'm seeing. Not that I'm seeing. Let's return to, the hideaway, then. We got one more quest to turn in there, and then we can talk with Gav. Assuming that is everything, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing else.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier. Didn't sound happy.
Maybe I should just own up to what Owen said.
No, you're fine, brother. We got your stuff.
There you are. I just got back to the hideaway and thankfully Otto hasn't seen me yet. I don't suppose you,
Found the things you dropped. I did.
I was so sure they'd be gone. And the letter?
Only a little worse for wear.
We have 3 lost supplies, intended for delivery to the hideaway by the clumsy courier Glenn, lost on the road due to an unfortunately placed hole in his pack. Yeah, it's very... That's gotta get a new bag. And then a lost letter, intended for delivery to the hideaway by the clumsy courier Glenn, lost on the road due to an unfortunately placed hole in his back. Confirm. We get rid of it.
No more skulking about in the shadows for me, then. And all thanks to you. Losing those supplies was one thing, but if Sid had found out about that letter...
Is it about Cursebreaker business?
If only. It's from his daughter. She's off
Oh.
studying in Canver, and her letters are all that keeps Sid sane while she's away.
He never mentioned a daughter.
No.
Well, he's a busy man. And thanks to you, he won't be wasting his time smiting careless couriers with levin bolts. So I'd say you did us both a service. Here, for your troubles. If there's anything you're wanting from Sid, today's the day. He'll be sweet as honey once he gets his hands on this.
Okay, cool. The red letter day completed, and we receive a bunch more materials. Wheelwright and Sharp Fangs. I should look at if I need to make or craft anything. Or upgrade, rather. Other than that, looks like we're good. We can go talk with, what's his name up here, too? Keep forgetting. We can talk with Tomes. His actual name I forget, but you know what I mean.
Fancy giving us a hand?
I'm just double checking. You got nothing else?
Here you go.
Nope. We are chilling, unless...
Good to see you.
Let me see one more time.
Quick look. Always something in there.
I saw the second tab. I'm like, oh, I should check that.
Very well. Have you come for a tale?
I have.
Or perhaps.
Properties of his adventures, update the journal, and we're level 3. He's an extant encyclopedia.
Quite the find for you today.
A bunch of stuff. The Continental Accord. International pact made at the dawn of the present era in which such matters as the treatment of bears and the establishment of a realm-wide currency were laid out. It formed the basis of much of Velithian society as it stands today, including the branding of bearers and their status as non-persons. It also put in place a universal calendar, marking a symbolic fresh start for mankind, albeit one which put magic users at a crippling disadvantage. Do I have an entry for the bearer's tattoo? It's the brand, right? I'm pretty sure I do. I get to take a look in the specific parts of it. Ooh, we got a whole thing here. The founder. Fear and uncertainty reigned in those early years. Follow the sins of Zemekis, not wanting to further incur the wrath of the heavens. The few who survived the fall took to wandering the land, spreading magic and staying in the shadows, and so they lived for 4 decades. One man, however, grew tired of this life, if it could be called that, and after bidding his companions farewell, climbed a grassy knoll overlooking a forest of beech and alder. Here he gathered a pile of rubble and used it to build a humble shelter, in which he spent the night. The next morning, however, instead of abandoning his work as was his people's wont, he gathered more rocks, adding to the structure until the shelter had become a shack. This he continued for days, weeks, until the shack became a home. At first, those few wanderers who passed the knoll would shun him, cursing the man under their breaths for his hubris. But as his estate grew, and one building became 2, and 2, 3, the people began to slow their steps, and it was not long before some took to joining him on the knoll, gathering stones, building new lives, new destinies. This they did without magics or machines, without boon or blessing. They relied on naught but their hands, their backs, their wills, and each other. And slowly house gave way to village, village to town, and town to nation. The man would one day die, as all men do, but those who remained continued its legacy, expanded upon it, and though his name was eventually forgotten, his spirit lives on to this day in the hearts of all Rosarians. The legend of the founder, Moss the Chronicler.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Bearers brand. Which thing specifically? Because it looks like we've looked at it before. I just forgot that it was called brand and not tattoo. I was calling it tattoo kind of consistently. I don't think you have it yet. I'm sure I'll find it eventually. Unless it's like something with the branded soldiers. But I think we looked at some of these. I'm not going to be... Oh, there's the Crystal's Curse, though. The price bearers and dominants pay for channeling aether through their bodies, the gradual petrification of their flesh. It does not affect those who use a crystal to cast magics, beginning with a stiffness and ache in the extremities. As the curse progresses, limbs are rendered immobile and the pain unbearable. At last, the victim turns completely to stone and their body crumbles into dust. There is no known cure. Yeah. That's tough. I'll look at this one too. Person with the power to cast magics without a crystal. In Valencia, men and women who awaken as bearers are enslaved, branded with a mark on their cheek that leads some to call them by the pejorative moniker branded. Though their powers do not begin to approach those of the almighty dominance, they too suffer from the crystal's curse, gradually turning to stone over a lifetime of channeling aether for others. That's a shame. I wonder what they do with,
Did you learn everything you needed?
or what some people, because we saw the church, what happened with a few branded that they found that were under the care of Martha. They were just, you know, turning to stone the whole time. You can't help but wonder what will happen with people who are not in that sort of bearers or people too kind of mentality, like they're just proper slaves to them. Do they just throw them out? Do they bury them? What is the process that they go through? This is a very interesting world.
Do you need any help?
With the caste system they've created, as well as just the dynamics between people of magic, which you'd think magic would make you above in a certain status, but in this universe, it's just... they're no different than the sand to walk upon. Well, if they crumble, they pick it back up and the dustpan scatter in the wind. I guess, yeah, like ashes. They could do something like that. Maybe as like an honorary thing, but also I'm willing to bet some people like genuinely, like there was an instance we saw a family, like a mother realizing the child she just gave birth to after carrying for 9 months was branded. They were a bearer, and they spoke like it was absolute garbage, which is incredibly disturbing because the kid was even jumping in on that. That's what's wild about this game, about the world we're living in. It's very dark. I wonder, should I look at this? Whatever is on the arid stone. I won't look at the Torgal thing because I remember... oh, it's okay. It's just showing the flame tongue. Look how good that looks, man. It's very clean. It's interesting that people who wield magic are below non-magic users. Exactly. It's like the people who are higher up on the caste system that they've created have to utilize tools to do the things that these people are born with. They just have that gift, but they treat it like it's a curse, like an actual curse. Yeah, usually in media, you see like the people who have that power inherently are either treated well or they're above others in a regard. It's not the norm. I don't think we've ever seen it that way. In the opposite way, where it's like people with magic are shunned.
Well, 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 someone's in a hurry.
I really wasn't.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then?
Drake's Head is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
That's not true. We have the left and right stick now, Clive. That's enough.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever
No comment.
tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach.
Jesus Christ, Infinity.
You two behave now.
The timing of that line. Holy. You know what's gonna suck for Gav? We're taking the dog with us. But not him. Alright, to Lost Wing. We were just here, isn't that funny?
We're meeting in Northreach. But will I find Sid and Jill before this dame finds me?
That'll be enough for today.
But how did the grocer know his daughter?
Okay. Wait, where is it putting us? Oh wait, why don't I... Okay, is it necessary for me to walk all this way, or am I reasonably fine to just teleport to the Dragon's Eyrie?
Had been stealing.
I think it's very odd it wouldn't let me go to this one. In particular. I kinda wanna just do that. There might be MSQ reason. I think it's fine. If there is, we can learn about it later, I suppose. Ah, an ambush.
It's over.
It's the guys from WoW. This is actually Gilneas we're heading into. Oh, we can go down here. Ah! I haven't really gotten to a point where it's at all been relevant, but I wonder if there's fall damage in the game. Be kind of funny if there was. We're in the Clairview now. What I really like about this map, by the way, the way we're progressing between these small areas, it kind of reminds me of FF14's map. From A Realm Reborn in particular. How it's like segmented off like this. And just the way the map itself looks.
Just used to speak of a brothel. But that was north of the checkpoint. I hope the dame has friends in the south.
We love new areas. Hello! This place looks nice. Little castle in the background.
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
Holy shit.
My mistake.
No, mine.
He just is like,
Upon
whoops, my bad.
You don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers Otto always did know how to please me. More than
Sid ever did. Alright. A town which doubles as a defensive gateway to Sambrecht's holy capital of Oriflame. It was originally a purely military outpost, a towering bastion constructed to prevent land-based assaults on the capital from the west. To this day, a heavily guarded checkpoint ensures that none can pass through the wall without prior authorization, and as such, the need to linger here prior to entering has led to the rise of a thriving market and various other commercial enterprises on the wall's southern side. The garrison, however, along with the inns and brothels most of the soldiers frequent, as well as the residents of the nobles who make Northreach their home, remain on the northern side.
Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
In what way? Caught.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but why would you?
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested, unless...
Unless...
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
What the fuck is about to happen? I have a very strange feeling they're not gonna properly imply a scene as such.
What the hell are you doing?
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want.
Give me a
Just
second.
play along.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course.
Really fucking annoying that happens. Alright, sorry about that, chat. Look at this briefly. Proprietors of the Vale, Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, and one of Sid's entrusted collaborators. Isabel is much admired by the populace for her elegance and refinement, qualities that have earned her the title, the Dame.
Of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up. Another fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the Dame. Now get out of my sight, filth.
And their eyes are really bad.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement, as do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Okay, gotcha.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
Okay. Oh boy.
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
This place is giving like Shaden Hall vibes, kinda.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I've begun to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. Though I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this.
Now we have the Moon and Stars seal. What? We're just collecting badges like it's a fucking like Boy Scout sash.
Too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
1,200 gold or gil. It's gil. There's no D or O in it.
I should probably start here.
Vale courtesan.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues.
Cyquest. Oh, it's Cyquest Severe. I didn't see
it.
it.
Tatienne.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before. She was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Okay.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
We'll have to see. Oh wow, there's a lot of side quests here, actually. MSQ for a bit first? Okay. Maybe we'll find a checkpoint to run back to.
You're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
What real work?
Told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the Dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late.
Okay, let's jump over
Don't
here.
tell me you've grown tired of us.
We'll leave the side quest for later, when we're like ready to come back into it.
Heard the bones fell favourably. To the Vale, then?
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel, Branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. He wears the Dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in war. Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The Dame thanks you. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Fools there, nigh on it.
Okay. There she is.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
Okay. Wow. We're traveling out then. After this, you can pick up side quests. Okay, perfect. Let me start talking to a few folks around the village. Probably better to just like properly mark it, you know? How do we get up to? Oh, there's a staircase right here. Alright. Matthew, Oriflamme official.
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars, but thank goodness I found you. Can I trust you to be discreet?
About what?
About this. About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her endeavors. As unlikely as it may seem, there are those within the upper echelons of Samberquois society who find the Empire's treatment of bearers to be barbaric.
All right. But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers, and yet many would see their servants starve. Not for the want of coin, simple fare cost little more than a pittance, but to revel in the suffering of others, a simple act of cruelty. Contemptible though it is, my countrymen would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces than see their bearers fed. And despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to dole out comestibles have been noticed. Which brings me to my request. The brand upon your cheek affords you a certain freedom. A freedom I could sorely use.
1,000 gil? Sure. What do you need me to do?
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you. An extra meal may not seem like much, but it will make all the difference. Here, deliver these, but keep them hidden. Quickly now.
Man, we really...
What food I can provide goes where the need...
We got one hell of a tutorial in the hideaway where we delivered meals, because we're doing it in basically every location now. we are actually door dashing in-game. North Region's premier house of the companionship, while it is frequented many by Sunbreak's nobility and military, Lady Isabel welcomes all with the desire and the coin to partake of the pleasure her skilled courtesans and courtiers offer. Few establishments in the Empire are well loved or as oft visited. Food is food? Yeah.
Is greatest. And today
we're just a delivery service.
3 bearers, overworked and underfed. Not permitted a moment's rest.
It's no wonder so many die before their time.
Tragic, true, but do not let anger make you careless. People will view this act of mercy as an undermining of the Empire's authority. Be discreet for both our sakes, and for the sake of those we feed. Oh, and when you're finished, a word in the ear of one of the dame's girls would be appreciated.
You won't be staying then?
I'm afraid not. I'm expected back in the capital, and have already risked much speaking with you this long.
Completely fair.
Crystal's curse is bad enough. We can't let people starve as well.
I jumped down from here. Okay, sick. We have a point there. Let me get this one first.
The markets are up.
Excuse me, you there? The gentleman with the sword?
Yes.
I cannot help but notice you bear the moon and stars. So you are an associate of the dame's? Might I trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant, though fortunate enough to count the dame among my acquaintances. I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead. And who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
Man, the reward service we're getting here is very different from... What was the other time we were doing stuff in? I keep forgetting the names. Because now I'm jumping between them a lot, so now that I'm starting to do that.
The task is simple enough. Pass through the gate and deliver packages to a few of my most valued clients. There are 3 in total. A grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller. You need only mention that the items you carry are fresh from the master's table.
Nothing dangerous, I hope.
Why, of course not. Merely trifles which folk beyond the checkpoint are keen to get their hands on. And though I cannot...
I have a feeling he's lying and that there is danger, because why would he call for someone specifically with the sword?
prevent you from peeking, I advise that you don't. Strongly advise.
Okay. Three heavy purses. Wait, am I actually able to look? Every Johnson jostle of this unexceptional leather sack is accompanied by an eagerly melodic tinkling that is likely being best ignored. It's not... Excuse me, there's not like an option on here. I'm assuming there wouldn't be anything here. There's no peeking? Damn. This is not a Rainbow Six Siege moment. See this gentleman over here. Hello.
Sergeant's got it in for us two.
Leon.
As if either of us... Where's your commanding officer branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real soldiers?
Hey, you lost or something?
Sorry, but the Imperial Guard's got no use for your kind. The infantry always needs more bodies, though. I'm just passing through. I don't bloody believe it. The bastard's wearing the moon and stars.
That'll be why he's strutting about like he owns the place.
The Dame laughed when we offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really worth a couple of the Emperor's finest?
I dare say there's ways of finding out. How about it, Branded? Care to show us how you earned that brooch?
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only chivalrous souls that we are, Robin and I need to know the Dame's being properly looked after.
What if they meant something completely different? I'm pretty sure they're meaning like combat, but what if they were talking something else? Are we worth 1100 gil?
Fine. If it'll put your mind at ease.
Just semi-prime? That would be
Just
insane.
so you know, I won't be holding back.
Actually, I should be able to do it.
Take a moment to get ready if you need it. Wouldn't want you whining about an unfair fight.
So we're gonna be fighting these guys then. Speak with Leon. Okay. Let me check. I have 1400 points. So I could get another upgrade in my limit break, which I'm tempted to do that before anything else, really. Unless there's, like, another thing I should pop just for, like, effectiveness. Well, also... when we utilize the Will of the Wakes, is this an ideal just helps defensively? What about, like, during, like, stagger windows? Would you, like, pre-pop it if you have it available and then enter stagger? Sick for stagger as well? I guess, yeah, because you're hitting a bunch. Yeah, we'll keep that in mind. We'll do the limit break upgrade, though. And then we need 2,000 for the next one. Jeesh. Okay.
Now, let's get the measure of you, shall we?
Okie dokie. Draw your blade.
If that's what you want.
Cocky bastard.
Does this guy have an axe?
Let's be having you.
Or is that a warhammer? I can't tell. What if this was just a
And when
cutscene?
you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding.
Why did he word it that way?
Use all the dirty tricks you want, Branded. Stay down! All right. So you know one end of a blade from the other.
He just said that! He's just sitting on the ground. Alright, so you know one way for a blade for the other, as he's getting pelted with fireballs.
Fuck me.
Again, choice of
What are you
words.
playing at, Leon? Ah, so it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine. Sword up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we? How the bearer win the dame's favour anyway?
By knowing when to hold my tongue for a start.
It's over potential. I give you that.
I wanna have fun with this. Let's do this. Go into you.
I'll be damned.
I realized they weren't like stagger meters with that, so I'm just like, fuck it, I'll use everything. It was pretty funny though.
Can I go now?
Grieger's gas. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
The dame's man or no, he's still a Branded. Best hope the sergeant never hears about this.
Yeah, not after the bollocking he gave us for missing drills. Might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
Do us a favour. If you have to tell the dame about this, tell her we got a good few hits in, eh?
Yeah. I don't think they hit me once, by the way. I'm pretty sure it was just that, like, blatantly easy. But you know what? Thank you for the 1100. That's very kind of you, good sirs. Now I just need, 117 gil, I think. If I'm doing that math right. Or actually, no, 107 gil. Okay, so let's talk with them over here.
Are you waiting for it to heal on its own? Hurry up!
Looks like now's not the time.
There's a lot of stuff just in this direction. Hello.
I have something for you.
Food prepared by Matthew for 3 overworked and underfed bearers employed in North Reach's garrison.
From the
I'm gonna
Chamberlain.
get another drink.
Thank you. You need to leave. Now. Please.
Branded! Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames! And you,
Oh, she's turned to
if
stone.
you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post. Get out of my forge. If I'd wanted another bear, I would have sent for one. You branded are nothing but a nuisance. Feckless a lot of ya.
Light your own damn forge then, asshole. I really would love to see just an absolutely unhinged Brandon. Not like us. We're pretty... I mean, we've got our own situation, but just like one that's just like, I don't give a fuck. That isn't broken. Just mauling the shit out of people with their magic. Like, surely there's like a gladiator pit or something in the game. This is what we have the Branded doing. That's some good cloth. I will say, the actual rendering of the cloth here, very solid. It's very clean. Why do we need a Branded to blow air onto it? This is potentially hours. Speed dry. I don't think it takes that long for stuff to clothes dry. They could be doing other things, I feel like.
You look like you need a rest.
There you go.
Not half as much as I need this. Thank you. I don't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see.
Has it always been this bad?
Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him. Me and many others.
That's something at least.
Okay. Seamlessly goes back.
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you!
Feels bad.
Yeah. It looks like you need it.
Here you go.
The Chamberlain must have sent you, but alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me.
You need to rest.
But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend.
And what of your own hurts?
They'll wait. As will my hunger. Thank you, though.
A drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. Anyway, I'd better head to the Vale.
Yeah. Seems about right. As sad as it is to say.
That bastard! Accident my ass!
Hello.
All right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Business, though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle.
Weird.
He was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble.
Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And you, for that matter. It's no wonder the dame's got a soft spot for you.
I better be going.
We're getting close. Friend of the people completed. Alright. We've got all these out over here. There's also a shop. I didn't even see that. I guess because that was the outer part for the garrison. And then we have all this out here, which we gotta help with the dame anyway, so. For the moment. We'll mark that and head to it.
With the right to
You
confiscate
there?
any objects.
Fancy a drop of the Empire's finest?
No.
Fresh fish.
I'll wear Rosarios. Perfectly fine.
I warn you now, I don't sell to your kind, whether you have the coin or not. Where's your master anyway?
Etienne sent me.
Didn't know he had his own bearer. Business must be booming. All right, quickly now, before the guards notice.
Okay, here's a heavy purse. I'll read it on the next one, because we got 2 more anyway.
That isn't a burden off my back. And this is for Etienne.
All this for a drink.
Not just any drink. The very best. Specially distilled for my most discerning customers. The guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden, all right? If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where that came from. For a price, of course.
Of course.
It's straight up skooma. And all our stuff back here does look like potions. Even though it's very clearly alcohol.
I have no business with Branded.
Well, I have business with you. A package. Fresh from the master's table.
I do not know you. Where is the merchant, Etienne?
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs any mind.
Fine. Hand over the goods and be gone.
Alright, every jounce and jostle of this unexpected leather sack is accompanied by an eerily metallic tinkling that is likely best ignored.
This is lighter than usual. Branded, if I discover you have played me false...
I can always take it back.
You will do no such thing. Your master should cut out your insolent tongue. Had you been the tool of any other man, I would see you clapped in chains. Payment. Take it and get out of my sight.
Gladly.
Cigars.
Those cigars are worth more than your life. Do be careful.
I don't know, I have plenty of gil in my pocket, sir. So I'd be quite surprised.
You say these are all from Dalmec?
There's nothing here for your kind, Branded. Go on now. Shoot.
I have a delivery from Etienne. Fresh from the master's table.
There you go.
Why didn't you say so? Times are hard. But this here'll make 'em less so. For a while, at least. Sorry about the welcome. I meant nothing by it. You wait right here. Here. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
Perfume.
Oriflamme's finest. just as promised.
Perfume, cigars, and spirits. Someone has expensive tastes. The question is, how can they afford to maintain them? I suppose there's only one way to find out.
I do gotta say, very strange collection of items. Makes it seem like it's more gifts for others than anything else
Well,
for
then.
him.
I suppose you'll need a little something to remember me by.
Alright, hello, Etienne.
Ah, you have returned.
I believe these are yours.
We have the box of cigars. After the leaves of the tobacco plant are harvested, they're dried and cured for several moons to improve their flavor before being finely chopped and rolled inside a single uncut leaf. Though no other ingredients are added, the resulting cigars are possessed of the distant aromas of vanilla, cherry, and clove. Wow. Essence of rose. It is said that the petals of 20 roses are required to distill a single drop of fragrance, rose oil. And then brandywine, a potent spirit made by distilling wine and then aging in barrels for several decades. As such, it remains a luxury even for the aristocracy. Aristocracy, I should say.
Delightful. The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals? No need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man when...
Okay, so how did I know they were crystals? Just from the tinking sound that they were saying?
It's deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth, hence the thriving market for even the scantest fragments. Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
I think you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't doubt the dame would agree. A reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me.
Okay. It's another quest complete. The Want Beyond the Wall. A nice 14,000 gil. A lot more materials there as well. Alright. Now, the only other stuff I've got is up here, but first off, I did see there's a shop over here. Let's see what we can buy from them first. And then we'll move up north.
The fruit's not getting any fresher.
Hello.
And what can I do for you?
You have a Gaia Blade, you have a Goldwork Sash, Battle Chains, Meteorite, we have Briar Clamshells, which I have a decent amount already, so I'm not worried about that. Against the Wind, Whitewater, and Control are the orchestration scrolls here. All the consumables are the same, though.
And a fine, fine day
So nothing I really need there. Let's go up north,
to
then.
you. Oh, however do they get that colour?
Jump over this? Nope. Missable fast travel crystal alert? Oh, really?
That's the day done then.
Straight north. Gotcha, gotcha. I'm assuming it's, toward that.
Another one of the dame's pets.
My god, we're in a cornfield.
How many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
Or is it up to this? Oh, it's the gate. Okay, it is the gates. What the fuck? Get over here. The wheat fields here are pretty nice, though, I will say. I'm just kind of ignoring the enemies because I don't really need to fight them.
Not much
right
chance
now.
I'd make it through the Penitent's Gate without someone recognizing me as a deserter.
Oh yeah, there it is.
So you'd better have a plan.
Alright, we just claim that. This shit really...
Look here, men. This branded would be so bold as to seek passage into our holy capital. Were he accompanied by his master, we might be compelled to grant it. But alas, he is alone, and the law regarding masterless branded is clear. Unless he wishes us to take him into custody, I suggest he return to his owner immediately.
All looking at me as he says that. Doesn't this kind of look like the gate to Ishgard a little bit? At least that middle part. Maybe that's just me. We'll go to this side quest first. And this place is the home of Bahamut and Dragoons. Dragoons, definitely. I think the Bahamut stuff, I'm very curious to see how it progresses a little. Because the idea of Bahamut, you know, what we know of Bahamut. I don't know if we've ever seen Bahamut in a context where they're a being of light. Maybe they are normally, but I don't typically hear it, I feel like. Benoit Orphan Grandi.
You're late. What kept you?
Late for what?
Did they tell you nothing? A wild beast is savaging my boy. Well, don't just stand there gawping. Rescue him.
Alright.
Alright. Where is he?
My. I see they've sent me a branded with a spine for a change. He's over that way, towards the coast. Go, and see that you kill the beast.
I don't like that he said they've sent me a branded with a spine.
In mortal danger. He didn't seem all that worried.
Yeah, it sounds like it
Something's
happens a
not right
lot.
here. I need to be careful.
Let's talk with you, Lizette.
Have you seen my Chloe? I let her out of her pen while I did my chores, but she hasn't come back yet. I think she's lost. Please, can you help me look for her?
I can certainly try.
I can't promise I'll find her, but I'll try. Describe her to me.
She has beautiful white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She's ever such a good girl. So quiet and kind. And she likes walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost before.
What creature is this?
She must be starving too. She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday. It is my job to feed her.
In that case, let's not keep her waiting.
We shall keep a lookout.
That's a lot of field to search. With a little luck, someone might have seen her.
Okay. Should we do these side quests before we jump into whatever this is? Do playthings first quest? Okay. Fastidious farm wife.
You work these fields? I need to ask you something.
A branded. And an outsider at that, judging by the lack of manners. Why should I help you, eh? You tell me that.
Because a girl from the village asked me to find her pet. Chloe. Have you seen her?
Chloe, is it? Oh, little Lisette's plaything. Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the windmill. That girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when she's finished playing with it.
The windmill.
One
Off
of the
with you
windmills,
now.
I guess.
I won't have idle branded underfoot.
Okay. I wonder what it's gonna be. Oh, it's a dog!
Chloe.
It's not. No, it's not. This is just some random dog.
More brown than white. You're not Chloe, are you, girl? Is that someone napping on the job?
I don't think they're napping.
I hope they don't mind the interruption.
Oh man. I didn't even see the hair yet, and I'm like, oh, I realize what's going on.
The crystal's curse.
Chloe, I was calling you. Didn't you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's time to go home. Chloe? Why did you already turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic. You knew you were my favorite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It could be months before Dad gives me another one. I have to wait until they're too tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you?
Okay. Final Fantasy. No, not Skyrim. What is there a Skyrim mod like for this, for like when you kill the children and shit for this game? What the fuck? This quest made you stop for a bit? Really? This is insane to me.
A plaything. Do you really not care that she's dead?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
That? The crystal's curse? That's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
It's true. And without that brand, she would have been just another girl. Somebody's daughter.
Why?
Just like you.
Dad said bearers don't have parents.
They do. Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
Fucking hell, man.
I'm so sorry, Chloe.
Yeah, the moment I saw the body, I'm like, oh, I see what they were doing. Which is incredibly fucked, and then they added to it with her dialogue there. Absolutely wild.
That's enough dallying, you two.
Alright, what's over here?
Oh, the wolf! It's going to eat me!
Not if I can help it. Stay back. I'll deal with this. That's enough. Stay down.
Got it. Wow, I chucked that thing out into left field there.
No! You weren't supposed to kill Wolfie. You were supposed to die.
Huh?
Father will have you whipped for this. Bearers aren't supposed to win. They never win.
What is this? Your father said you were being attacked.
You're not supposed to talk. Stop looking at me like that. We were only having fun.
Having fun?
Why are you still speaking? Father will hear of this.
Do they hire someone to get... Wow, okay, well that explains
Wolf's
it.
work, no doubt. But it's not the wolf that's to blame. Someone needs to put an end to this before it happens again.
You, Brandy, come here this instant. How dare you frighten my son? You slaughter his poor pet and then have the gall to return, head held high. That wolf was trained. Better trained by far than your worthless kind. You are the entertainment, nothing more. And we are most certainly not entertained.
Nor am I. You'll pay for what you've done.
See? I told you. He talks too much. It's not right. I don't like him, Father.
You're not the Branded I bought, are you? How dare you deceive me? Well, the sins of the slave are the sins of the master. Go! Summon the unlucky wretch you answer to.
Ooh. Ooh, we have a choice. They've given us a choice in dialogue. This is the first time, I believe. We can either tell him the dame, or we could say we're our own master. I feel like Clive would say the bottom one. This whole area made you realize, oh, it's dire. Yeah, it's pretty fucked. It is incredibly fucked. Hmm. kind of want to see how much they shit their pants when I do this. Because they're like, oh, the dame. Unless this gets her in trouble. But then this will get me in trouble. Made me think of another drama point in the game, and now it's probably good that they didn't include it. You know, now that you mention it, I don't think I've seen anyone that fits that description. Unless I'm genuinely forgetting somebody, but I feel like you're correct in that. Maybe a couple of people. But yeah, I could see them wanting to avoid that kind of thing. I'm gonna say the dame, because we're trying to keep up the incognito here. We realize I'd pull rank. Yeah, I feel like dame is the right option.
That unlucky wretch would be the dame. I can summon her if you like. Though I doubt she would welcome the interruption.
You serve the dame. Why would a woman of her caliber...
You look afraid. Well, how do you think those bearers in the field felt? Can you imagine their fear? Their pain? From the look of you, I'd say you're starting to get an idea of the first. Now, if you need help with the second...
Father, he's scaring me.
You think to threaten us, Branded? The dame's pet or no, I will not abide such insolence.
Can't we just buy another hound? A bigger one, a better one.
Of course, my son. I'll have the villagers fetch us another. With jaws powerful enough to nip this Branded's head clean off his shoulders.
Tell me there's a follow-up quest. Tell me there's a follow-up
I'm
quest.
wasting my time.
Or I come back
leave
here.
Those bearers lying out there. They deserve a proper burial. That much I can do at least.
And they get like a fucking ward or something.
How many bearers have lost their lives to this nobleman's sport?
Sick Torgal on them? Real.
More victims of the nobles' games. You must be Clive.
How do you know my name?
The Dame. I'm in her service, like yourself.
Hmm?
Never gets any easier, burying the dead.
Is that what you're here to do?
The mistress has me see to it that none are left to the crows. Since you're here, can you give me a hand?
Gladly. Let's put them to rest.
Damn.
May their burden finally be lifted. I take it you slew the nobleman's pet?
I did. Now I expect they'll find another soon enough. And when it gets here, more bearers will die. How can they think so little of sending us to the slaughter?
Simple. Because you are not them. Bearers are tools when they're needed, and toys when they're not. And if one breaks, well, you can always buy another. Still, such attitudes don't always go unpunished.
Oh no.
Is this your doing?
Of course not. Wolves kill. It's in their nature. Invite one into your home, he's gonna tear your throat out eventually. Same with bearers. Fed or not, they don't lack for fangs. What will folk do when they bite back, I wonder? The realm's less two murderous bastards, and I won't mourn the loss. Here. For their help.
Comeuppance. Real.
You don't have to.
Take it. You never know. Our paths may cross again. Till then.
I'm sure it will. You have a name. Unless it's just a thing they do. $30 magic ashed. I have to look at what I can craft. I'm getting a lot of materials, but there's nothing I really need to make right now. Also, you said something about... What is that? I don't really know where I'm, like, looking on the map. I guess I'm, like... I'm probably, like, here. Yeah, you know what? This is probably the actual location. It's, like, looking in... No, that doesn't seem right. I don't know, the geography doesn't make a lot of sense here. With the map. So I'm guessing that's just like on one of the pinpoints, but strange looking. Baywatch! Is the rock there?
Had another branded drop in the field yesterday.
If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
That looks very nice. We'll explore this in a minute. I'll be right back, chat. I'm gonna grab myself another drink. Alright, chat, we're back. Drinking. I got some more, I ordered a pizza for tonight, and so I just got a few more slices of that. Alright. Let's talk about that. Bertrand.
Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarreling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
I do have a sword on my back, just an FYI.
Buy, sell, or be gone.
Skyblade, Gold Sash. We have Breath of Fire, Heat Wave, which I'm pretty sure I have this. Oh no, I don't have it. I'm not gonna buy it. I don't really need it, I feel like. And then Into the Mire music. Shop is looking about the same though. Also, at 1,400 gil worth of items, and we sell those.
Good riddance.
I'm just like debating if I should make
Unexpecting
something
anything branded
or
until
buy
you
it,
know
but I
more.
think we're fine with what we have.
You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the Dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant. What is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
This guy scammed himself. Holy shit. He stole a comb from someone else, tried to sell it off as more than it was, and then ended up paying something outrageous with his own money anyway. The fuck? Also, let me read a little bit. We got more. A farming village located in the rye fields of the Royal Meadows not far from the Sembraquav capital of Oriflamme. Residents harbor a strong hatred for bearers, more even than elsewhere in the Empire, making it a very dangerous place to visit for those who bear the brand. And then we have slave masters, those who own and manage bearers' slaves. A bearer must always obey the orders of his or her master and are largely forbidden from acting independently, even from speaking without express permission. When it is necessary to relinquish supervision of the bearer, such as when dispatching one on an errand, masters will often affix the emblem of their house or business to the slave's clothing, that they are not mistaken for an escapee.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
It's very convenient.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the Dame. Anything. Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful.
Sure, I'll tell her traveling trader was helpful. She'll get a kick out of that one.
You are fortunate to have fallen into the Dame's good graces, but her influence wanes the further you stray from Northreach. Remember that, my wayward lamb.
That's a good point. God, look at that. That's the crystal, the Drake's head, I believe, in the background.
It smells of death here, Torgal.
Oh, man.
We can't let them get any closer to the village.
Why can't I move? Oh, there's a red line there. Let's turn that one into...
It's over. Stay down.
That's enough.
Stay down.
Dead guy. Guy who's dead. I can't believe the wolves were carrying Gil on them. It's crazy. Oh my god.
Damn it all. Bodies. A man and a woman.
That's probably her consort, and that's the guard. How they got over here, we'll have to hopefully find out.
Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry. So it is you, Tatienne.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to sea every night. He said her name was Tatienne.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's gonna find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Ah, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Did you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
Convenient she's all the way out here now.
I need to tell Isabel. Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
Probably just head in this way. That's a shame.
If it was a message.
What I've noticed with the way they're doing quests, I guess this isn't really side quest, but it's like an objective for a main objective. But it's requiring me to deviate briefly. At the beginning, they weren't doing a whole lot of like death on some of these side objective things. I feel like. Side quests, we only just recently started seeing people dying. Like, this is the first session where side quest people are dying. In the middle of them. So, they really hold no bar, like, back when it comes to just killing off random people. They're doing it very, liberally.
That needed delivering. I could have seen to it, milady.
Of course you could, had it not been personal.
Hello, Isabella?
You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then?
Shoot.
I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
A weathered comb, an old wooden comb gifted to Tatienne by Madame Isabel. Several of the teeth appear to have been recently broken.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
Okay. The Dame quest completed. We get 1200 gil. And a meteorite, which is nice. Not currently, because we can't upgrade anything, but still good.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks. The Veil counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Or to mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will. And thank you again.